Good evening, and welcome to Ask the Plasterer News at 7 o'clock with me, Eric the Plasterer. Bong! Okay, guys, as a lot of you are probably bored of hearing, Ask the Plasterer community, I don't forget the point, community live forum on Discord, live group text, audio, and video chat. Come on. Invite links in all the descriptions of all my videos, so we can meet together there as groups, not just on like a one-to-one basis of me talking and one of you typing something up that I can answer. We can all chat to each other. Plus I want to try out the video feature that is on that bit of kit, see if it works. It works with just me because I've seen just me on it. Yeah, I'm going to pop on there briefly for a little while after Ask the Plasterer tonight, just to have a little mess about on there, try it out. So you're happy to pop along, welcome to pop along there if you want to, and we'll test the thing out. I'm going to be popping on there regular time slot on a Saturday. It'll probably be between 10 and 11 o'clock, so people know if they want to ask me anything or meet up on there. As a group or as one-to-ones, we can do that on a Saturday morning between 10 and 11, and obviously I'll be popping on there randomly whenever I get the chance, in between working for a living. That's the only bit that spoils it, having to work for a living. A lot of you guys know that though, don't you? Summer's coming though, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Okay.
Call now on 07516 214 983. Call now on 07516
I've changed my phone
214
number.
983.
It was a bit creepy before.
Call now on 07516 214 983.
Right, while I'm on this page, obviously this is that review of that tripod. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it. It's a lovely bit of kit. It's 20 quid, I couldn't believe it. And it's not plastic either, that's made of metal, that thing. And I've never seen that sprung loaded thing. Just putting the legs in the bottom, it's like any other light tripod you use for work. But the fact you can take those out, not have any feet sticking out on the bottom, and basically pull it down and spring fix it between any ceiling and floor, because it's adjustable, goes up a long way if you use all three legs. Yeah, I'm using it tonight. I've got my kind of studio's worked out in a big bay window, and I just pull the thing down, adjust it so it fits tight into the bay, clip my light on it, otherwise yeah, it'd be very dark in here. But yeah, it's cool. Over here on the screen as well, Trowel Talk. That is a friend of mine, great plasterer. He's got a YouTube channel, and he also has this great Facebook group, Trowel Talk, and it's from seasoned professional spread Stuart Roberts. It's a really nice guy. Trowel Talk on there, it's kind of completely different to what we've got here on Ask the Plasterer, but the only way you'll find out how that is you'll need to go on there and yeah, and enjoy. Also, my mate Joel down here, Rendivate is his company. Again, that's his YouTube channel. He does a lot of exterior stuff as well as interior. But I don't really touch all this new stuff that you can put on the outside of buildings now. I was an old-fashioned sand and cement guy. But Joel, he uses all the latest gear. So if you need to know anything about that, give him a try, give him a buzz, check out his channel, and yeah, there we go. Okay, right. Again with Stuart, yeah, he just wants guys to get together so we can chat and have a friendly forum without too much rubbish or anything going on, talking serious stuff for brand new novices, guys that are just going to maybe plastering college, something like that. Old guys, well, that's me, I suppose, but guys even older than me that have been plastering for years. One of you out there, I can't remember your name, sorry, my friend. I know you're in your 60s and you've only just started plastering, but quite seriously plastering. I think you're 67 or something, as I can recall. But so good on you, my friend, and thanks for coming along to this to learn stuff and to just chat with other people and get some great ideas and stuff going on. Oh dear. Right. Let's pop over to. I've not seen this camera yet. Have you? What do you think of this? Hey, blue's my favourite colour.
Call now on 07516 214 983. Call now on 07516 214 983.
Guys. as well as typing. Okay, let's go. Stu. Stu. Alright, just a quick shout to say thanks for joining Trail Talk. Yep, no worries, mate. No worries. Yeah, no. I mean, basically, anyone that's doing anything, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's anything to do with plastering, we need to help each other get up the kind of the growth ladder if you want to get anywhere, and not feel like you're wasting your time on this thing, especially when it's something you do as well as your actual job. Because it's like you can come in from work and you think, yeah, I'm done for today. But so you got to push yourself a little bit to do stuff like this, which is what Stuart does, what I do, and and all the other guys that do these kind of channels. I wanted to do this one because when it comes to doing stuff like there's a live stream, I've looked for live stream plastering, and I haven't found anything quite the same as this yet. So hey ho. Hi Dan. Customer applied 2 coats of 3:1 PVA on a massive ceiling. Then the week before job, I will now be adopting a straight PVA method at a maximum of 1 day before. Needless to say what happened. Yeah, I'm assuming that didn't go well then. If he'd already done that on the massive a week before the job. Yeah, I've never PVA'd anything a week before the job, but yeah, that's why I always, whatever the weather, I always go for one thick coat of PVA. One of you guys did, I don't think it was you, Dan, said you did the 1 coat PVA, let it go completely off to see how it would work out, and you were well pleased. So, so yeah. If a customer's gonna put it on as well, tell them to put it on neat. I've never had a problem with neat PVA when it comes to people just putting on watered down stuff, and whether it being a week later makes any difference or not, I don't know. I think it's just a couple of watered down. If it's watered down too much, it's more water than PVA. So once once the water dries out, the PVA is kind of not really doing its job. Yeah. Any other scene? There's no echo. That's better. So I'm better talking on this channel with these pictures than I am on the one with my phone number. Oh no! You'll never ring me. For one, you might be able to remember what the number is. Oh dear, never mind. I'll just chat to you on here and over on the on the Discord server. But the surface that he was doing, I think it was either old plaster or he'd bonded it, but because he couldn't set it the same day, he was just going to put a neat coat of PVA over it and let it dry and skim it, in the hoping that the suction wouldn't be too heavy. And I said if he was concerned about it, once he has done the PVA, if he gives it and it's dried properly, if he gives it just a fine spray of water, if it hangs on there, it's fine. If it soaks in, then obviously there's still an issue. But generally, I find if it's got a good coat of PVA on it, well rubbed in, as I say, but neat, and I put fine spray water on it, it tends to hang there, which means it's not soaking in or not at any great speed that you can't do a decent set on it without it being a problem. Fell down. Oh yeah, mate, fell down. Dan, if the ceiling fell down that had a couple of coats of water down PVA on, I've said before, that's the only time I had a ceiling fall down on me is I was running low on the PVA, so I watered it down, did a couple of coats, and I bonded that. Then I skimmed it, and it was for a builder as well, and a whole lot literally came down the next day, and I had to go back and do it again. Well, I didn't have to, but I'm the kind of plasterer that will. But yeah, I probably would put another coat myself over the top. Dan, sorry to hear that, mate. So no doubt he'd blame you for that, wouldn't he? I mean, PVA is basically, it's meant to form a skin. It's a seal. It's a sealant. It seals the background from whatever you're sticking on it. So I like mine to feel like a dry skin that I touch, and I can see it shining on the wall. Yeah, and the ceiling I did that fell down that had the very watered down PVA on it, that was an Artex ceiling. That was making smooth. Right, forgive me, guys. Hi, Zoltar. Forgive me if I miss any of your words as they're going up the screen. Eskimo dry PVA, yep, previous day. Martin, hi Martin, hi Eric. Do you do your book's paperwork or have an accountant? Which would you recommend for someone starting out? Thanks. Martin, that really depends on whether you're any good at bookwork. I mean, my missus will now do mine, but prior to that, when I started out, I did have an accountant. I had an accountant for years, because when I started off, I had no idea what I was doing, and people said, well, you're going self-employed, you need to get an accountant, but make sure you keep all your receipts to give in and all the rest of it. But as a few years went by, well, a lot of years actually, another accountant that I used later on, and he was doing me a favour. He was an arm and a leg, considering I haven't got a big company. I'm just a sole trader. And I realised that a friend of one of my daughters worked in his office for a little while, and she said, "Oh, he just gave me your stuff, and I just stuck it in the computer, and it just prints off your thing." I said, "He's not even looked at it," and it cost me dear. And I thought, if it's that simple, apart from there are a few things you need to look up on, then I'll do it myself. So I've not used an accountant for my bookwork for the last 4 or 5 years probably. But you've got to make sure that you do claim for everything that you're entitled to, because that would be yeah, not great if you mess things up. But yeah, if you've got anyone in your family, mate, that's good at accounts and wouldn't mind doing yours, but you probably are better off to start off with an accountant when you're starting off for your first time. Right, sorry, that was a really long-winded answer, wasn't it? Hi, Mike. Sorry, I've missed one of those questions up there. Charles, just covering materials. I did want to overboard, but they didn't want to lose the space. I think they wish they had now, thanks. Yeah, never mind, mate, never mind. Yeah, hi, Mike, hope you're well. Got the exact same work lights as you got them a few months ago. Great bit of kit. They are, mate, aren't they? I was well pleased. Well pleased with that. I say I've not seen anything like it before. 9 times out of 10, I'll just stick my lights on the floor, because them tripods, they're quite big and clunky normally, especially the ones that take 2 lights, and you've got one on this side of a pole and one on the other side of the pole, and the legs sticking out at the bottom. And and these lights as well, they're the ones that don't get that hot, are they? And yeah, but being able to use this without having the legs there and just propping it between the sprung-loaded thing between the ceiling and the floor. I love it, mate. Actually, I'm going to get another one, and I'm pretty sure Screwfix are doing a deal on these lights with a tripod rather than buying them separately in like B&Q or somewhere, which is where I picked this one up. But only went out to get another light, and that's when I saw the tripod. And I don't know whether they've been around for ages or whether they're fairly new. John, hello John. I've got a rendering job to do. The builder put the scratch coat on, but did not. Oh, didn't scratch it. I've gone over the walls with a grinder to get a key. Would you use SBR on top of it? Well, it won't hurt to put SBR on top of it, mate. You can do that. Oh man, I had to use a grinder on it to be able to get a bit of a scratch on it. That's crazy. And the builder done that as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you could use SBR on that. I mean, obviously, it's good to have some chemical key, especially if you're putting another coat. If that's a scratch coat of sand and cement, and you're putting another coat of sand and cement over the top of that. Yeah, I'd still be a little bit worried if there wasn't a decent like scratch key on it. But, whew. Mozza. Dan Money did the article. Oh, sorry, Mozza, you're talking to Dan. Yeah, no worries. See, that's what the forum would be good for. See, we can all chat on there at the same time, and in a text, or we can have a video of all of us up there, literally from your phone. You haven't got to ring in or anything. Once you've got the app on there, and you click on the chat, you can either just have your voice or you can have video as well. And it's only when you click video that you'll then join the other people's videos, but all on the same screen. Yeah, it could be mayhem, depending on how many people are there, and if people stop and let someone else talk first. But we'll only find it out when we give it a go. Oh dear. Will work going on upstairs. Will work going on upstairs caused a big issue with newly plastered ceilings. The only issue I've ever had doing the ceiling downstairs when work was going on upstairs was when a labourer, I just finished it, and the labourer leg came through from upstairs because there were no floorboards down. And he'd had a bad week that week anyway, and after he did that, he just walked off the site because I think the builder wasn't going to pay him. Because he'd had, that wasn't the first thing that had happened to him. But other than that, it shouldn't cause you a problem, mate. It shouldn't cause you a problem. How many beers we had? Oh yeah. Yeah. Hi, lover. Yeah, nice to see you, mate. I'm not, Oliver. Yeah, come on, mate. I'm waiting for your membership of the. Of the Ask the Plasterer Discord forum community, so we can have a chat on there as well. Hope you're good, Oliver. Hope you're good. Yeah, we've had no beers, mate. Biggity, no beers, sadly. I'm looking forward to a beer at the boozer. It's coming up. It feels like it's getting closer. You know, summer's coming. Pub opening's coming, gyms are opening again. A bit of normal life. Can't wait. Thanks, Oliver. Doing this once a fortnight now, but it's a bit nervous. It's all right once you're on here, but I think it's like anything else. Just prior to it, you get a bit nervous, and you think, oh man, I've got to do me live Ask the Plasterer stint. But we're good, man. We're good. Dear. I'm going to pop back over to my other my other page with the echo, just to plug the phone number.
Call now on 07516 214.
Cameron, the sponge brings all the fat to the surface. That it definitely does, Cam. It definitely does. and you can use that to the front and fills hollows, but don't rely on it. Yeah, that's what the sponge floating is for. Basically, is to bring fat to the surface, and well, yeah, it kind of flattens the wall a little bit more as well. If it's not gone, if it's dry enough, if it's too wet, then it won't help flatten the wall out. But it will bring a lot of fat to the surface, and then the fat is kind of rubbed in or used the trowel to go over that with. But yeah, I'm not going to mess about with sponge float. But you guys feel free to. No, yeah, if it's got big hollows in it by that time, Cam, then yeah, you're going to have issues anyway, mate, aren't you? Eddie, what do you do if you finish the wall and discover a few dips in the plaster? Do you fill them? It depends what kind of dip, mate. If you're talking about some silly little thing that you can put a bit of filler in, then I will put a bit of filler in it. Preferably if it's one of those jobs where I'm going back the next day or the day after, or it's more than a one-dayer, then you can see what it's like, and I'd rather put some filler on a plaster that's dried out or drying out than putting it straight over some wet plaster. But there's no harm in doing that, because I've done that before. If it's a massive dip, then don't know. Depends if it's too big, you might have to skim the wall again. But if it's a small dip that you can put some plaster over and it's very tight, then you could do that. Obviously, the ideal is not to have to, but sometimes these things happen. Brett, you hate pricing jobs. Oh, mate, I hate pricing jobs. I hate doing quotes. I don't hate doing the work, but I'd rather I gave them a quote and they just paid me and I didn't have to do it. That would be my ideal. I go, there's your quote, mate. Yep. Yeah, I'll take the money now, and yeah, can you get another guy in to do the actual work? That'll do it for nothing. Oh dear, but yeah, bookwork, paperwork. So that's just all the things that come with being self-employed and or one-man band. But if you do, like Stuart, my mate Stuart, if he's got some other guys working for him, and maybe getting more, and if you can handle the hassle of that, it's great. But then that does mean more paperwork at the end of the day, and you definitely want an accountant once you're dealing with building up a small company. The good side to building up a company is that when you're off, there's still money being earned. Well, hopefully, if everything's going well. I did that years ago, but I just had grief with some of the plasterers not doing a good enough job as far as the clients were concerned, and you're the person that will get the phone calls and the headaches, not the other guys. So then you've got to deal with the plasterers, and I'm not going back there. Dear, I've got the experience now, but because I did that when I was really starting off, and I was still quite well in my early 20s. Yeah. Quotes. Yeah, quite, and some stuff, even now, as long as I've been doing this, sometimes I will look in a room and I think, how much is this? I'll take pictures or video, bring it home, and I'll look through that and knock up my quotes. I mean, some stuff generally I can look at standard size rooms in standard size domestics. It's when you go to a pretty big domestic where it's the room's 3 times the size of the normal lounge. I think, right, I've got to work this out properly, because I don't want to underprice myself. Because even at my tender age, and after the years I've been doing this, I've still underpriced jobs before. I still do them for the same money, but you kind of think, oh, you have to oh dear, I've underpriced this one. You can normally tell when you've underpriced a job is when the client bites your hand off to accept your quote. Oh dear. Yeah, just small dips, Eddie. Then yeah, put a bit of filler in them, mate. Yeah, no worries. What I might do, especially as my I'm sick of watching myself put this tripod together, and the because there's echoes on the other channel. I'm going to probably call it an early evening on here, but then I'm going to go over to Discord for any of you guys that's still on here, and yeah, see if we can get that thing working. I said I hate when a customer asks how much 2 minutes after looking at it. Oh yeah, don't mate, don't. Yeah, walking. Yeah. I've had those. You walk in and you're just looking around. And they go, "Oh, can you give me a ballpark?" I mean, no, I can, but it'll be wrong, mate. So don't ask. I'll send you a written quote, and it'll definitely be what it says on the written quote. But whatever I tell you now, that'll be pie in the sky. Right, we have been on here, long enough, guys, for tonight. I'm going to pop over to, I'm going to shut us down for tonight on this. Thanks for coming. How do you position your lights? Whichever way I can, mate. It's difficult when you're putting lights up, and you need plenty of them. Sometimes you think, oh, that'll do, and then you put your big bucket there, and the bucket's in the way. Which is why the tripod's good, because you can put no end of lights on this tripod, and point them in all different directions at the same time, all off of one post. Or you can buy a couple of these, and it's just the more lights you got in there, the better, basically. Because sometimes I'm having to keep shifting the light around if I've only got one on me or two on me. Positioning of lights, mate. It's just one of those things you have to twiddle about with. It depends on the room as well, shape of it, size of it, whether it's really dark out because it's stormy and all that kind of stuff, whether it's a bright sunny day. No, you don't look you don't look like you know what you're doing, Brett. Nice one, guys. Stay safe. Yeah, guys. Zoltar, pop over to if you've got the chance. Pop over to the forum. I'm going there now. I'm shutting down. Thanks for coming here, guys. Got to find the right button, which I think is this one. I'll see you over there. Or if not, I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you back on here in 2 weeks' time. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.